55 years after Bangladesh liberation, Yunus's birth of a new nation remark. Bangladesh election 2026. Chief Advisor Muhammad Yunus described polling day as the birth of a new chapter. Over 5 decades after Bangladesh rose from the ashes of war in 1971, the country is once again standing at what many believe is a turning point in its history. As millions headed to polling stations across the nation, Chief Advisor Muhammad Yunus described the day as the birth of a new chapter. Today is the birthday of a new Bangladesh. We will celebrate this birthday throughout the day, the interim government head told reporters. Yunus cast his vote at Gulshan Model High School and College in Dhaka. This is a day of great joy, Yunus added, as per the Daily Star. The election is the first since the July 2024 uprising that brought an end to former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's 15-year rule. Her tenure, often described by critics as iron-fisted, was what Bangladesh's politics looked like for over a decade. Youth-led protests forced her resignation and subsequent exile to India. Through today's process, people have rejected the past, Yunus said. Whatever nightmarish past existed, we have completely discarded it. From today, at every step, we have gained the opportunity to build a new Bangladesh, he added. Polling began at 7:30 a.m., 7 a.m. IST on Thursday, and will continue until late afternoon. The interim administration has promised that the vote will be free, fair, and peaceful. Yunus also asked citizens to take part in choosing their representatives and also in the referendum being held alongside the election. The whole of Bangladesh will change, he added. I feel very happy. This is a day of great joy for me. It is a day of great joy for everyone in Bangladesh, a day of liberation, the end of our nightmares and the beginning of new dreams. That is what today's process is for, Yunus said. For decades, Bangladesh's politics were defined largely by two rival camps, the Awam League led by Sheikh Hasina and the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, associated with late Khalida Zia and now her son Tarique Rahman. The Awami League has been banned from contesting the ongoing elections. The BNP has entered the race as the frontrunner, contesting 292 out of 300 seats and sharing the rest with smaller partners. Tarique Rahman, 60, is the leading contender for Prime Minister. Facing the BNP is an 11-party alliance led by Jamaat-e-Islami. Banned under the previous government and long controversial for its policies during the 1971 war, Jamaat has gained strength since last year's upheaval. It is contesting 224 seats, while its ally, the National Citizen Party, formed by youth activists involved in the uprising, is contesting 30. If the alliance wins, its chief, Shafiqur Rahman, is expected to become Prime Minister. Bangladesh's identity was forged in 1971 in a war that cost countless lives. The current also carried some echo of that struggle. During the 2024 uprising, 1,400 people were killed by a government crackdown ordered by Sheikh Hasina. She was handed the death sentence in absentia in November 2025. The high cost of opposing India, a global geopolitical analysis. Why countries are struggling after clashing with India. India's strategic power, from economic shifts to global alliances. Geopolitics 2026. Why nations are rethinking their stance on India. Several countries are suffering by being enemies with India. What has anyone gained by being an enemy of India? Let's find out. By being an enemy of India, Pakistan has become a failed incompetent, meaning bankrupt, helpless, begging, destitute, helpless, unsafe birthplace of militancy, terrorism, and murder. Thereafter, they have received life insecurity, including food crises, meaning they have received every possible negative side. Their relationship with a neighbor is not good. Their relationship with any country is not good, meaning they have to eat by begging from people. These are what they got. Who got them? Pakistan. Number 2, Turkey. Turkey's condition is now extremely critical. Now wherever Turkey puts its hand in whatever field, their crisis begins. They are now helpless, poor, suffering from a food crisis, where India will do business with the European Union. Even with the help of that European Union, they will not be able to do business and trade with India. They are suffering from a food crisis. Despite repeated requests for food, India is not supplying them with food grain products. That wheat ship they sent back saying this wheat has disease, now disease is nesting in their own bodies. They are not eating because of the wheat disease, and now it is nesting in their bodies. Next, Egypt. the same situation. Now Egypt has embraced bankruptcy. They can no longer function by taking subsidies and loans. They don't even have the money to buy wheat or food products from developed countries. By taking loans, it has become such a debt. Iran, of course, India's relationship with Iran was good, but because of the dominance Donald Trump exerted on Iran one after another and the sanctions he gave, India had to move away from there. They had to leave the Chabahar port, pack up business and trade, and go elsewhere. Look at Ukraine. One of the main powers behind the pride Russia is showing toward Ukraine is India. Now look over here at Bangladesh. The environment and situation the current interim government of Bangladesh has left behind, the trouble they have thrown it into, it can be called a kind of house of trouble within trouble. It seems to be burdened with such a problem. What a messy, miserable problem it is going through. After this, China has now understood a lot. That's why China no longer behaves arrogantly with India. Next comes Afghanistan. They didn't understand at first. Having understood recently, they have now become India-oriented. In that case, there is no problem. Nepal, meaning they acted a bit arrogant. After that arrogance, their government lost power and is now coming back in line. Maldives, they were being arrogant. They were being enemies. After giving them punishment, Maldives is coming into size and line. Alongside, Bhutan and Bangladesh are there. You have seen what they have done recently. In addition, whichever country in the world has tried to be arrogant with India, that country has recently been seen. Saudi Arabia is going through a lot of danger signals or a path full of danger or distress because they wanted to form an alliance with Pakistan, a NATO, an Islamic NATO. After that, India has kept Azerbaijan cornered from all sides. Azerbaijan also wanted to cause trouble with Turkey, Pakistan, and the Saudis. Consider that Azerbaijan has been tightened up by Greece and other countries in that region in such a way that they are now going through the danger line. It can be seen that the countries of the world that are currently having a good time economically, politically, and culturally, look at them. Their relationship with India is good. But the countries where discomfort and unrest prevail, those who are going through a miserable condition, look at them. They all have enmity with India. The result of enmity with India is you're staying hungry, you're famine coming, you're falling into danger, you're being burdened with problems, and you're losing status in the world one after another. China, of course, has understood this. That's why China doesn't cause fuss or trouble anymore. Recently, Malaysia has improved its relationship with India, and the relationships with Middle Eastern countries were already good. Today, Europe, UAE, and GCC have renewed their good relations. Anyway, it was somewhat good before, yet it has improved. Whoever you consider has caused a little problem or arrogance, they are the ones going through distress. For all these reasons, I say think carefully before being an enemy, otherwise there will be no limit to the danger. May everyone stay well and healthy. The rise of India as a pivotal power in global trade, EU, GCC, UAE. The impact of US-Iran sanctions on regional ports like Chabahar. Why countries like Maldives and Nepal are realigning their foreign policies. How major players like China and Malaysia are navigating their relationship with India for stability.